What's good, fam? It's Queen Common Sense coming back to you from the Chi Town Holding It Down remix to the Kakalaka Sticks. I hope everybody under the sound of my voice is absolutely blessed, staying warm, hydrated, and protected because it is a nasty bug going around. Phew. And boy, oh boy, if it's not the devil in disguise, I don't know what it is. It's a lot of people catching this thing. Shout out to Pinky the housewife. She is still under the weather. Prayers up for her. Her voice is still gone. She stopped in like a champ over on Black Titanic's live earlier this morning and to check in. Now, if that's not dedication and love, I don't know what is. So continue to send prayers up for her as well. As for me, I've been hibernating. I've been sleeping a lot lately. And I'm thankful because I was extremely stressed out about currency, trying to make ends meet, keeping the ship afloat, doing little things on the side to generate income, while I was in between employment. And I'm still not officially employed, but I want to say, you know, the masterful creator is awesome. God is good and God is good all the time. Okay. I just made it up in my mind that I just was not going to stress myself anymore. The rat race to try to get a headhunter again and get my resume tweaked and pressuring myself to show up in spite of how exhausted I am mentally, physically, emotionally, and spiritually exhausted. And there's a few layers to it. And I'm saying this for a reason. So, those who understand spirituality and how I flow, this is for you. If you don't get it, hit the X. If it don't apply, let it fly. If you got a problem with the way my delivery, then I'm not everyone's cup of tea. Okay, but I'm just here to keep it real, deliver this message that Spirit sent me to drop off. And hopefully, if I touch one person and it resonates with one person, then I've done my job as a healer. Because in the process of healing myself, I want to try to share the footsteps and some of the journey that might resonate with others that can help inspire them to keep going. because Lord knows I have wanted to check the heck out and just be like, I'm done. But something deep down, that little light inside that people always want to try to stamp out, wouldn't let me, wouldn't let me just give in to the underworld and the darkness. Now, the body and mind, when they go through a lot of trauma, living in fight or flight mode for years, it takes a toll on your immune system. It takes a toll on your clarity, your mental focus. It takes a toll on your body 360 degrees. Exhaustion is very unhealthy. Not getting enough sleep, insomnia, anxiety, all that is is a barrage of attacks on your nervous system and your overall well-being and health. And coming out of fight or flight mode is very difficult. So that's another reason why I resonate so well with Melody's journey of healing and finding her balance and grounding herself without identifying with a toxic energy like her ex. Because I too was married to a Martell, very, very similar. And I had a host of people around me like the rest of the cast. And I just feel the irony in what we see in this 180 that the plot has taken. This 180-degree energy shift on Love and Marriage Huntsville is just so ironic. It kind of tickles me a little bit. Not in a humorous way, but in a I told you so way. I knew it. We said it. We saw right through it from the gate, most of us. There are some stragglers who still sit in the nosebleed seats, who still choose to turn a blind eye to what's obviously sitting in their laps of dysfunction and toxicity. And I'm gonna break that down for a few people who might not quite understand why people are purposefully delusional and in denial. It's embarrassment. It's guilt. It's shame. And it's avoidance, just plain cowardly energy. Why people turn a blind eye to the obvious evidence that spells out what's going on in reality and not in their fantasy world that they've created in their mind. And my grandmother used to say, truth tellers don't have a lot of friends. And she said, just be prepared with the gift that you have of discernment. Being born with a veil is a heavy burden. And that was deep for me because those who mind don't matter, and those who matter don't mind. Because once again, the truth needs no proof. When you're honest, you don't need a good memory. And the ones that are truly authentic and genuinely there for you, the truth does not move them in any way to turn against you. So a lot of people are uncomfortable with the truth. It makes them uncomfortable. And truth tellers' presence makes their spirits and demons very, very uneasy, right? And as I was scrolling today, resting, I really did sleep on and off most of the day. My body is tired. Okay, I'm exhausted. And I've shared a little bit with you of my own personal journey and why I have truly energetically connected to Melody. and many other women who share the same journey of evolution and healing, because it's quite important now in the days that we're seeing. We're living in the times of revelations. Whether we want to accept it or not, whether you're Christian or not, whether you're whatever or not, the word as it has been translated and written is still true, true to form, true to the letter. Okay. And when you stay rooted and grounded in the Most High God, you might stumble, you might trip, you might even fall and get scraped up, but God will never leave nor forsake nor lie to you. Okay. I'm not Christian, but that's the basis of how I was raised. And thank God I had a grandmother who did not try to weaponize the word and the Holy Script. And she also was very firm on not interpreting the scripture for what we think as humans, what the flesh feels. She taught it to us as it was written, as what God spake, and as how it was translated into what it is in that holy book. Okay. Now, I found a good little ditty again, and I want to share it with the fam, and we're going to break it down like we always do, because I have a few things I'd like to say about Miss Letitia. Okay. Two-Face Tisha. She got a new moniker now. Instead of Tinkerbell Tisha, Two-Face Tisha is another one. Okay. With her liabilities, as black woman in the building said. I don't understand. To me, it just elongates the pain when we sit and choose delusion and choose to deflect and pivot away from what is sitting at our front door, and gloating and taking pleasure in someone's pain just because you don't like them. You have no justifiable righteous reason for the disdain that you hold for another woman, no justifiable purpose. Karma always spins the block swiftly. That's why I say what I say when I make my predictions, and I'm just the vessel. I don't create these channels, they come through me, and I just deliver it. Okay, just like the word says, Jesus came to us in human form because we're human, so we can understand his message, right? He didn't come as a sheep, a cow, a goat, or a pig, because we're humans standing upright with our crown chakra facing the sun, right? So it had to be another messenger in human form to teach the gospel. Simple. So, shout out to BL Celebrity Gossip. Okay. This is another channel that I came upon. It looks like a fairly new channel. They have 2,600 subscribers. Up and coming, another channel here. And I just love the way that they put this together, their insight and their view on it, because it resonates so deeply with what I feel and what I have tapped into with this whole mess. I'm just sitting back with my popcorn, with my eyebrows raised and my pinky up, going, mm. Okay. So let's have a peekaboo at this together, shall we? And just in case, you feel like you have a generous spurt of energy, if it's on your heart to bless the channel, that is my Cash App Queen 1971. Thank you so much for those who have blessed my Cash App. Thank you for the love. Thank you for the comments, the prayers, and the encouragement when I felt a tad bit hopeless and helpless. Because nothing feels worse than when you're sick and you cannot do much to rectify and resolve your issues. So I am very grateful for the blessings that I have, and I'm grateful for the connections that I've made on this app and off this app. I'm grateful just for being here another day to be able to channel these messages and use these people as a teachable moment for how to identify toxicity and embracing realism over delusion. Okay, so we're going to move on. Huh? We're going to do this here. And again, I really do hope that everybody is well. So once again, big shout out to BL Celebrity Gossip Channel. Awesome, awesome, awesome content here that we got. It's little bitty, little small, little thing. We're going to take a peekaboo and we're going to do our educational, opinionated reaction to it. Because it's all in about how you show up to people, how you see yourself as others do. And it always, I'm floored when the majority speaks their opinion of how these people show up and they still choose denial. So let's go. This is about Letitia Scott, who allegedly has been almost broken down because her philandering Black Mamba Marceau allegedly filed for divorce. Now, let's go.
Scott's picture, Perfect Marriage has taken a shocking turn, leaving fans of Love and Marriage Huntsville speechless. Marcel Scott just filed for divorce, and it's not just about irreconcilable differences. Mardell Holt is back, stirring the pot with jaw-dropping allegations about Letitia that could change everything. What really happened? Let's dive into the drama unraveling in Huntsville. For years, Letitia and Marcel Scott appeared to have one of the most solid marriages on Love and Marriage Huntsville. Sure, there were whispers of infidelity, but the couple always presented a united front. That's why
I'm still confused about that statement, though, when they keep preaching and harping about how we've been married the longest out of all these couples and our marriage is the best, the strongest, or whatever. Just because you've been married a lot of years doesn't mean your marriage doesn't have troubles and it's not has cracks in the foundation. Because from the beginning, from season one, I saw a whole lot of problems, which would have made me walk out the door and never return away from Marcel as far away as I could go. Now, Letitia reminds me a lot of my female sibling who likes to keep up appearances. She likes to boast and brag about her husband and always has her nose in other people's business, highlighting other people's flaws instead of focusing on the flaws in her own, sweeping around her own front door, if you will. My female sibling always was meddling all around in my affairs, using my daughter as a source of information, triangulation. And that put me all the way out with her. Using children and inserting children into adult affairs and issues, whether it's real or imagined, is totally unacceptable, reprehensible, and sick. Okay? Now, y'all gonna see where I'm going with this. Letitia, every chance she could get, she jumped up in Mel's face to throw up all of Martell's dirty deeds in her face because she could not get her way with Mel. Mel would not allow Letitia to use her personal information as a gossip point of conversation because that's all these women do is sniff around in other people's affairs and personal lives so that they can have something to coffee clutch over to deflect away from their own personal demons that they don't want to face head on with their own spouses and families. Okay? Let's keep going.
This latest bombshell has everyone talking. Marcel has reportedly filed for divorce, leaving Letitia blindsided and devastated. But the plot thickens. Mardell Holt has entered the chat, and he's not.
And the thing here is, I would have let his ass, I would have signed, listen, I would have signed them papers so quick. Let's do this uncontested. Okay. And then once we get to the next step, I'm going to drop all kind of dimes, quarters, and nickels on you about how you scam these people and how you rob these people and how you have zero experience in commercial or residential construction, engineering. Okay? Since when did the man become the prize anyway? Okay? We're going to get back to that. Let's go.
Holding back. Fans will remember how Marcel and Letitia built their empire together, balancing business and family while fending off endless drama from their co-stars.
What empire? They still have lawsuits pending. They're still in debt up beyond past their ears. Okay? They still fake, phony posers trespassing in the trap house, fronting like that's their project that they're working on. Yet they still don't want to fully accept that the majority of viewers are not buying it. We're just not picking up what they putting down. It's fake. Melody set the bar when she said, you know what? Instead of not doing the show because I'm going through this in my marriage, I'm going to go ahead and do the show. I'm going to just put it out there. Let the chips fall where they may. And I'm going to show all of these people how to rise from the ashes. Okay? Let's go.
But behind closed doors,
I'll let that commercial rock fan, sorry. They got to do what they got to do. All right.
cracks were forming. According to inside sources, Marcel was growing increasingly frustrated with Letitia's involvement in the show's drama and her unwillingness to address their marital issues head-on. Reports suggest that Marcel recently moved out of the family home and filed for divorce, citing irreconcilable differences. But what exactly pushed him to this decision? Some insiders claim that Marcel felt disrespected and overshadowed in their marriage, especially as Letitia became more focused on her brand and public image. Enter Mardell Holt. Always one to stir the pot, Mardell wasted no time making Letitia's personal life his business. In a shocking interview, Mardell claimed he has receipts proving that Letitia hasn't been entirely honest about her past. He even hinted,
I feel like one good turn deserves another. I don't know about anybody else. I have no Hallmark cards left for people like Letitia, because I firsthand experienced exactly how Mel was treated by someone who was supposed to be close to me and who perpetrated a fraud Like they truly loved me and had concern for me. And it all was based off of jealousy and transactional relationships. That's what it was based from. Okay. And Tisha is just like Kimmy and the rest of these broke down male identified women. They are only your friend when they can benefit from it. When you're going through any trials and tribulations, or you fall off, go broke, go to jail, get sick, they have amnesia. So the irony in how devastated that Letitia allegedly is supposed to be behind her husband allegedly filing for a divorce, it blows me. It blows my top because she sat there and took pleasure in Melody's pain, regardless to what Martell was doing. And Marceau, the black mamba, fork tongued snake, he was always meddling in grown women's affairs, always speaking on Melody, always making assumptions with no evidence. Hello. Always throwing out to stir the pot, always having some type of commentary to editorialize something that was absolutely none of his damn business. Let's go.
At something explosive that could have contributed to Marcel's decision to file for divorce. Letitia, however, isn't taking this lying down. She's broken her silence in an emotional Instagram live where she denied Mardell's accusations and called him out for trying to destroy her family. But the tears couldn't hide the heartbreak. Letitia admitted she never saw this coming and is struggling to hold her family together. Meanwhile, fans have been weighing in on the drama. Some believe Marceau has been waiting for an opportunity to walk away, while others think Mardell's meddling has pushed their marriage to the brink. One fan tweeted, "Marceau and Letitia have always had issues, but Mardell is just making things worse. He needs to stay out of it." But the story doesn't end there. Marceau's legal team is reportedly preparing for a messy divorce battle. Sources close to the couple say there's a lot at stake, not just their businesses, but also their reputation as a power couple in Huntsville. As Letitia
What reputation? Black ruined what little reputation they had. That was the catalyst to this going the rest of the way down the drain. That's what I mean. By embracing delusion, the consequences hit harder when you live in delusion. Let's go.
grapples with this new reality. Questions remain. Will she fight to save her marriage, or is this truly the end of the road for the Scotts? And what about Mardell's so-called receipts? If he delivers on his promise, it could change everything we thought we knew about Letitia and Marceau. Love and marriage. Huntsville isn't just a show about relationships. Honey, it's about unearthing all the jaw-dropping secrets. And Mardell Holt, he's out here spilling tea that could completely shake things up. Let's dive into the Scott family drama, where Mardell's been throwing some serious shade at Marceau Scott, a man already known for his shaky reputation as a
Now, Martell is a lot of things. He definitely is a horrible, deplorable liar. But let's keep it 100. Don't ever underestimate a narcissist with receipts, okay? And how long they can hold on to something. That's why I counter what Letitia said on Carl Lucifer's platform about if Martell had anything, he would have released it long time ago and showed it long time ago. Not so true, okay? Because I am a living witness to how my sister would collect misguided information from a child, create her own narrative with no evidence, create her own receipts, and lay back in wait to try to humiliate me with things that a child said who was emotional or upset. Same thing with my mother. Same thing with people in the church. They take bits and pieces of a story and string it together to create their own narrative, just like a broken clock is correct twice a day. Huh? And then there's other times where my sister has had legitimate information that was none of her fucking business, okay? That she either was eavesdropping and gathered it, or she did it by very unethical and illegal ways to get it. Hello. And then turned around and tried to weaponize it. And then it backfired. Because when you break the law on any level, you will get caught. And there are consequences. Okay? Let's just keep going a little bit more.
Devoted husband under scrutiny. For years, rumors of infidelity have been swirling around. But things really escalated when fans began questioning Marceau's choice to take a solo trip to Africa. People weren't just puzzled, they were side-eyeing him hard, asking, "What's really going on here?" Then came the whispers talk of Marceau possibly fathering children outside of his marriage. The speculation hasn't slowed down, only fueling more doubt about the couple's polished public image. But wait, Martel wasn't finished yet. Recently, he poured even more gasoline on the fire by alleging that Tisha Scott, Marceau's wife, had been involved in an affair with one of his friends. Y'all, this revelation completely flipped the narrative and left fans fiercely debating. Some believe Martel is simply trying to distract from his own chaotic past and tarnished reputation. However, others are giving this situation the side eye, wondering if there's a grain of truth to it, especially given how entangled everyone in this circle seems to be. The fan base is definitely divided. While some call Martel out for stirring the pot without solid evidence, others think the Scots' lack of openness could be hiding something much bigger. One thing's for sure, this drama has placed their marriage under a microscope. Fans are scrutinizing every little detail, trying to catch even the slightest hint that things might actually be crumbling.
What
Martel
I think is that both men have receipts on each other. And I think Martell finally opened his eyes to how much Marceau has been playing on his top. And he is furious. He's now more furious about what Marceau has orchestrated and how he sabotaged him, broke the bro code, more so than he's furious with Melody for leaving and divorcing him. So now he's trying to gain alliances with Melody and all the other people who have been solid and truly had his back. And he's finally starting to see the Black Mamba for who he really is. Martell is really slow in a lot of areas. Don't get me wrong. And I'm not excusing him. I don't like him. I'm not a fan of his. Never will uphold or protect or defend anything that he does. But just like we have to look at the brighter side of things, we also have to study these demons for who they are and what they do and take it for face value. Okay? Don't underestimate this fool now because both all of the other men on the cast, the Scott brothers, Martell, LeBaric, when before he left, all of them have receipts on each other. You better believe it, okay? Because you think women are vicious when it comes to dropping receipts. Okay, men can get down and dirty with gully with it as well. They just have a different way they move. Our emotions drive us as women, but men, hmm, they go for the jugular in a whole different way. All right, and it will shock a lot of you what these type of narcissists are capable of. Okay? I'm just warning you. It's just a warning. This is in no way condoning this idiots. Okay?
Holt's involvement in all of this chaos raises the ultimate question: can his claims really be trusted? Let's be honest, his track record on love.
Because if you think about it, that's all he has is time now is to plot and scheme and plan. Since he got a divorce and got booted out, okay, and left in the wind, he all he has is time. Okay? And when a narcissist who is jaded and bitter has nothing but time on their hands, you better brace yourself, okay? You better believe every diabolical thing that they do and say is exactly how they feel, and their next move is going to trump the previous move of duplicitous, disgusting, diabolical egregiousness. Trust and believe. That's how narcissists operate. Okay? The nice, nasty cycle. If they can't charm you back into the cycle of abuse, then they're going to keep attacking over and over, stronger and stronger until they break you. See? But that didn't work on Melody. And now Tisha light bulb is finally coming on. It's like, oh, maybe I should have been paying attention to all these signs instead of trying to compete with Melody and make it seem like I had more than she did when it came to our marriage. Okay? Because quiet as it's kept, both of them have been habitual pathological cheaters since day one of their marriages. Okay? Both of them. Martell was never a devoted, monogamous, faithful husband, and nor was Marceau. Okay? Niggles of a feather flock together. All right? Let's go.
Love and marriage says a lot. Huntsville is full of moments where Martel Holt is quick to pass the buck, hurling inflammatory accusations to shift focus away from his own chaos. During his messy divorce from Melody Sherry, Martel repeatedly lobbed claims at her, many of which felt like outright attempts to cast himself as the victim. At this point,
this is another, it could be possibly that, Martell is trying to gain good graces from Melody to stop this trial, that he requested. He requested a jury trial. And now that he sees exactly what's really going on and he could be facing prison time, he's like, oh, let me try to patch this up and fix it with Mel so she won't send my ass to the slammer. Think about it now, y'all. This is chess, not checkers. Okay? Some narcissists are not very intelligent, but they're clever. This is a lifelong hustler we've been dealing with. This is a street rat that we dealing with. This is a bust down curb, dusty, standing in front of the bodega drinking a 40, scratching his private parts type of ninja. Okay? These are hood boogers. This is how they've been surviving all their life. Just because he can dress up halfway decent and put on a good front doesn't mean he's a good person. That goes for men or women like him. Same with Tisha, Kimmy, all of these folk. Okay? Just because they can clean up a little bit and might be somewhat well spoken, keep up a decent appearance, that doesn't mean they have a soul.
Habit of making dramatic accusations has practically become his signature move. Whether he's sparring with castmates or going toe-to-toe with his ex, deflection seems to be Martel's default strategy. Now, with these fresh allegations involving Tisha Scott, fans and cast members alike are questioning his true intentions. Is this just another distraction from his own well-documented infidelity? While there's a chance Martel's claims about Letitia might contain some truth, his own shady reputation casts a shadow over the entire situation. People are starting to suspect that this could be yet another attempt to stir up drama for the cameras rather than a genuine effort to uncover the
Another commercial fam. That rock.
truth. On the other hand, Letitia Scott isn't backing down. She's been unwavering in her defense of her husband, Marcel. Despite years of swirling rumors and accusations, she's made it clear that she won't consider divorce without solid, undeniable proof of infidelity. This stance has drawn both admiration and criticism. Some fans see her loyalty as a testament to her strength and dedication to her family, while others believe her silence on Martel's claims is more about maintaining the image of a flawless marriage. Over time, Letitia has built a reputation for prioritizing her family's stability over diving into the drama. But with these new allegations surfacing, the dynamic has shifted. Now, fans are left questioning, is Letitia staying silent because she's truly confident in her marriage? Or is there more to the story? Or is she sidestepping some uncomfortable realities? Letitia seems to have a talent for deflecting negativity, but could it be more about preserving the brand she and Marcel have carefully built? It's a complex situation, and everyone's waiting to see how things unfold. The ongoing accusations surrounding Marcel and Letitia Scott's marriage are undoubtedly putting their relationship under immense pressure. Although Letitia continues to publicly stand by her husband, the cracks in their foundation are becoming harder to ignore. The constant rumors about Marcel's alleged infidelity, combined with Martel Holt's explosive claim that Letitia had an affair with one of his friends, have turned their marriage into a full-blown public spectacle. However, Letitia's response to all this drama paints a different picture, one of emerging independence. Beyond her roles as a wife and mother, Letitia is forging her own path as a businesswoman, establishing
Y'all, show me a roadmap where Letitia is forging her own path as a businesswoman. Break it down to me like a third grader because I'm still looking for that path that she's forging as her own businesswoman. I'm not trying to be funny. I really want to know where, where is this path Letitia has forged of her own? I repeat, of her own as a businesswoman. Now,
her identity outside of her marriage. Whether she's pursuing entrepreneurial ventures or working on self-improvement, Letitia is positioning herself as a strong, determined woman who's taking charge of her own story. Many fans commend her for this growth.
when you build your house on quicksand, honey, it'll sink.
Viewing it as a testament to her resilience and a refusal to let outside pressures dictate her life. Others, however, are beginning to question whether her growing independence is a sign that she's bracing for the possibility that her marriage might not withstand the constant scrutiny. Martel's recent bombshell claim about Letitia's alleged affair has only added fuel to the fire, reigniting tensions and injecting even more chaos into the Scott's family dynamics. Martel's accusation echoes the earlier rumors about Marcel, perpetuating an endless cycle of suspicion and mistrust that has proven toxic for both their marriage and their public image. Meanwhile, the timing of Martel's allegations and his motives are raising serious questions. Is he genuinely invested in uncovering the truth? Or is this just another calculated move to deflect attention from his own misdeeds? Given Martel's track record of stirring up drama, many are skeptical of his intentions. Rather than seeking truth, it seems more likely that he's using these claims to settle personal scores with the Scotts. By throwing out these accusations, Martel has effectively shifted the focus away from his own troubled past, while reigniting a fresh wave of drama that keeps both the cast and audience on edge. The ripple effect on the Scott family is impossible to ignore. Martel's accusations have once again pushed Marceau and Letitia into the spotlight, forcing them to confront another wave of public scrutiny while testing their ability to maintain a united front.
And in my opinion, what goes around comes around, family. It just is what it is at this point. Let the chips fall where they may. And I am so very proud of Melody and how she made her rounds on the last episode. I'm going to get back to that and double back to that because I'm a little bit behind. Like I said, I've been hibernating. But if you want to see the rest of this, go over there to BL Celebrity Gossip. Hit that subscribe button. Give them a like and a share. I'm telling you, this content creator is fire. Okay. But I already knew it. We already knew it. We already saw this coming way down the pike, long time ago, when the shiznai hit the fan and Melody said goodbye, deuces. You know, Tisha has a pattern of pathological behavior whenever her back is against the wall and she's getting caught up in her lies and smoke and mirrors. Her voice elevates to that loud, squealy, screechy, irritating pitch, like fingernails on a chalkboard. And you see the demons start to come out in her face. Her mouth curves downwards, the corners of her mouth. Her brow gets really, really furrowy, and her whole demeanor switches up into something as if it's going to erupt and explode like a volcano within her. Tisha is very emotionally immature, just like her husband. And that was a shotgun wedding, in my opinion. And they both have a lot of resentment. And I think that Marceau really felt like he deserved a Melody, and Martel did not deserve his wife. And he wanted to try to see if he could snatch, as they used to say back in the 80s. And it, once again, that boomerang smacked him in the back of the head. So here we are. When at first you practice to deceive, okay? So y'all tell me what you think in the comment section. Drop them eagle feathers. Give me a few pink hearts for our beloved Pinky the housewife. Send her good energy, love, and prayers so that she feels better and gets her healing on. And I might be back at you with another one a little later, but for now, we're going to be out of here. Okay. And if you feel like you want to bless the channel, once again, my Cash App is Queen1971. Thank you all for joining me. Thank you for your prayers and love. I don't know where I would be without love. Love conquers everything. Truth always prevails one way or another. That's why it's always best to tell the truth and be honest with yourself. That's the only way you can heal any issues, is starting with acknowledgement. You cannot heal what you refuse to acknowledge. With that being said, I'm going to hit the kitchen and prepare myself something to eat. Phew, I have been hibernating like a brown bear in the forest, baby. I'm hungry. But I hope everybody is well, though, and continue to stay blessed and vigilant and aware. Don't let these people gaslight you, honey. Come on now. They're not fooling nobody. But let's just watch how God work this on out, okay? Because Melody gonna keep rising and shining no matter what. When you follow your purpose and are obedient to your masterful creator, the omnipotent God, can't nothing stop you. One love, everybody. I'm out for right now. Peace.